Assessing the impact of British courts and law on India's growth. The assertion that British courts and law destroyed India's growth is a complex and debated topic. While there are arguments supporting this claim, it's important to consider the broader historical context and the lasting legacies of British rule. Arguments supporting the negative impact. 1. Colonial exploitation. British colonial policies often prioritized the interests of the British Empire over those of India. This included extracting resources, imposing heavy taxes, and restricting Indian industries. 2. Legal framework. The legal system introduced by the British was designed to maintain colonial control. It often favored the interests of British businesses and landowners, hindering the growth of indigenous industries and entrepreneurship. 3. Division and rule. The British implemented policies that divided Indian society along religious and regional lines, hindering unity and economic progress. Counterarguments and nuances. 1. Infrastructure development. The British did invest in some infrastructure projects, such as railways and roads, which could be argued to have contributed to India's growth in the long term. 2. Legal foundations. The British legal system provided a foundation for a modern legal framework in India, which has been important for the country's development. 3. Cultural exchange. British rule also led to cultural exchange and the introduction of new ideas and technologies, which could have had a positive impact on India's growth. The bigger picture. Ultimately, the impact of British courts and law on India's growth is a multifaceted issue. While there were undoubtedly negative consequences, it's important to consider the broader historical context and the long-term legacies of British rule. To provide a more comprehensive analysis, it would be helpful to focus on specific aspects of British law and their impact on particular sectors of the Indian economy. For example, one could examine the impact of British land laws on agriculture or the influence of British commercial law on Indian businesses. Would you like to explore any specific aspects of British law or its impact on India's growth in more detail?